right, we're in Keilim Perek Chet Mishnah Bet, second Mishnah, in the 8th chapter of Masechet Keilim. We're talking about, remember you have your oven with the entrance at the top. And remember we said that if you put a kli inside of it, if you put your kaveret, which is your like beehive-y baskety thing, you put it inside, if the basket was punctured, if it was damaged, then the basket could not protect whatever was inside the basket. Here, I'll put my food in the basket, and then my basket goes in my oven. Now, if there's a sheretz in my oven, then if the basket is not whole, then the basket couldn't protect it. But if it did, then it could protect it. Why? Because the pasuk says, "V'kol kli cheres asher yipol mehem el tocho." Any kli cheres that should fall el tocho, into the kli cheres, into the oven, into whatever. Kol asher b'tocho yitma, anything b'tocho yitma. And we learned, and we're going to see, it says about, well, we're learning this now, this halacha that we mentioned yesterday, we'll learn in the Mishnah itself. Hayta shleima, if the kaveret, okay, was shleima, this is the beehive baskety thing. V'chein hakupa, kupa is some kind of basket or receptacle. V'chein hachemet, chemet actually looked up. Chemet is a bottle or a bag. I mean, any other kli. Hasheretz b'tocha, if the sheretz is in here, let's say, this guy, he looks like a sheretz. So here's my grasshoppery lizard thing, okay? And then I lower this, where the top of this is above the air of this. I lower it into the oven, into the tanur, or to the kirayim, whatever. The tanur tahur. It protects the tanur from the sheretz. Hasheretz b'tanur, if the sheretz is in tanur, then achalim shebetocha tahurim, food that's in the oven, in the kli, in the whatever it was, are tahor, meaning they protect from each other. Why? And this is what the Bartenura says, Asher yipol, because it says, Asher yipol mehem el tocho, that should fall el tocho, into itself. Velo el tocho. And that's exactly what we learned in the last Mishnah. Not into something that's inside of what's inside of it. Ubepi alamala min hatanur. It's talking about a case where the opening, the mouth, is above the opening, the mouth of the tanur itself. The ikula mishukad b'katanur, if the whole thing was below the opening of the tanur, kechad toch dami, that's like one toch, then it's like one opening itself. Nikvu, what happens if this thing got a hole in it? Okay, I got my sheretz in here, I got my food in here, this is like, I don't know why you're holding it in there, whatever. That's the kind of thing that you're using for roasting or what have you. So, if you had a hole in it, ha'asui la'achlin, if this receptacle was made to hold food, then, as we've learned before, then how big must the hole be in order for it to lose its protection powers? Shiuran b'zeitim. The size of the hole is the size of a kazayit. Ha'asur l'mashkim. If it was like a chemet, a water bottle and whatever, shiuran b'mashkim, then the shiur is for the mashkim. And what's the mashkim? We said, how much is it? So we'll see in a second. Ha'asur lekach u'lekach. If it's made for both food or drink or liquid, metilina tolechumra. You have to treat it lechumra b'kones mashkim. Remember we learned the term kones mashkim. You have to crack in here. And the crack in the receptacle is such that if you put it in water, water would enter. It would allow water to enter. Then it wouldn't be a tocho situation, meaning it has to be a whole kli, it has to be an unblemished kli, and if there's a blemish in such a way that it would be considered punctured, then it doesn't protect either the oven from the kli or the kli from the oven, whichever is worse. We'll stop here, dedicate our learning to memory of my father, Arav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Make it a great day.